COVID-19, the pandemic, has forced many families into the home, and it's highlighted the struggle to balance domestic duties between parents and spouses. A new documentary called Fair Play examines how families' private lives contain very public issues while bringing the often invisible work most women do to the home into view. So we're going to bring in mother, wife, and founder of the LVguide.com, Lilliana Vazquez, to talk a little bit more about the imbalance in many homes. So this is sort of an interesting documentary where they follow three different families with that struggle of, balancing the workload outside of the home and the workload in the home. And we know that often what happens, even now, not with Vlad, because he is an enlightened, evolved gentleman.
You know where it comes from? It comes from my mother. Like, my mother was very much like, you have these household chores to do. You should do them always. I mean, first of all, as a child, I was forced to do them. And then when I became an adult, it just stuck with me so that I can't stand to see dirty dishes. I can't stand to see, I'm always vacuuming. I make my bed every morning when I'm, not getting up. If my wife is still in bed, of course, I'm not making it around her. But if I'm on a weekend, I will make my bed every morning.
It's
just
bed,
those little
lazy.
things. So,
I love that you bring that up because, when we talk about this invisible load, right, it's the work that oftentimes, I'm going to call it the she-fault parent, right?
Yeah.
The woman does a lot of in the house. And so you do have those physical tasks, which are making the bed, doing the dishes, taking out the laundry. And I think that, at least in my relationship, I noticed my husband did that a lot. But it's the other labor. It's the emotional labor, right?
What's that?
It's making sure that my son is feeling loved and nurtured at all times, making sure that my parents are feeling that. I'm responsible for more of that emotional labor that goes into caretaking. And then in addition to that, there's all the mental labor. If I ask my husband the name of my child's pediatrician, I don't know that he knows their name. I know he knows where they are.
Yeah, so that's the important part.
Right, but I don't. But it's all important, and I think that's the premise of Fair Play. It's saying we look at the physical labor and we're like, okay, well, husband does dishes and he takes out laundry.
Yeah.
But we forget oftentimes that there's all of this other invisible happening for women. And, I always say in my brain, even though I'm sitting there and watching Netflix, my husband's like, oh, she's relaxing. I'm not.
That's so
I am
true.
running through a to-do list of 150
That is so
things
true.
at all times.
Wow.
And I'm making lists on my phone. So it's not that that's bad. It's that I'm doing that privately and I'm not sharing that with him.
Yeah.
And if we don't have the framework and the communication tools to share in a polite conversation, it creates conflict, you know? And what I loved about Fair Play in this documentary, it comes out on the 8th, is that it really gives people the communication tools to do that, right? To say, okay, how do we sit down and come together? Because we know that our partners want to be involved, right?
Yeah.
We understand that fathers that are more involved with their children have better lives. The children have better lives. The family has better lives. So how do we get them more involved? And it's setting up this framework for how we create visible work out of all of the invisible work for couples.
I think that's a really great point. I don't think it necessarily has to divide along sort of gender lines, but I think it often does. Because I know in my household, there is a pretty good split. And except my husband actually does most of the childcare stuff because of the hours that I work. So he has to bring her to school, and he brought her to daycare on the first day and all that sort of stuff. But I think you're spot on that I find myself thinking 4 or 5 steps ahead,
right?
About things that he probably thinks it's not a big deal.
Is that because we think?
But you can't send her out in polka dots and stripes. They'll clash.
But
then other kids in the playground will say, "Why are you wearing that?" Like, you think of all these other things.
Except is that because we, people like me and Algernon tend to be like, you know what? I'll deal with it when the moment strikes. So, I'll dress the kid when I get up in the morning and it's time to take the kid to school. That's when I pick the outfit. I don't need to pick the outfit.
Which is why you end up with polka dots and stripes.
Right, but this is so great that you bring this up and that you guys are having this conversation, because in the book, she talks about standard of care. And you have to establish a standard of care that works for both parents. Yeah. Because it might not matter to him. As long as she's dressed and has shoes and she's having fun, what does it matter? But to you as a mom, and I can relate to this too, for a lot of parents, you're like, but I really want her to wear a matching outfit that looks really cute because I care about that. So it's not that one is right and one is wrong. It's that you need to establish what is the standard of care that is acceptable for the household.
Right.
So that mom isn't like, oh, please don't put her in that outfit again.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I think it's both parents coming to the table and saying, you know what, these little things don't matter as much. But one of the things that I also love is the idea of dividing household tasks and taking ownership for the entire task from conception, planning, and execution.
So how do you allocate?
Okay, so how do you allocate is you decide who's going to handle what. There might be things that you naturally gravitate to. There might be things that I want to do. And there might be things that I hate to do. You hate to do them, but guess what? We're grown-ups and someone's got to do the hard work.
Yeah.
But taking ownership in that task from start to finish, I think is so efficient. And we do that at work a lot, but we don't do that in our homes.
When is the cutoff when you can say, hey, have you finished doing that one thing that is part of your duties?
You're not the foreman of the household.
Correct. Well, I think that also comes into play in the conversation with communication to say, because I might do things a little
the foreman.
faster. Right. The manager of the task. Because how many times do you walk into the room and you're like, this dishes still aren't done.
Right.
But you can't say anything because you established that your husband was going to do it. You need to give them time to do that.
Exactly.
You know, and I do think that gender norms play such a huge role in this because, you know, we think about this as like, you know, the man or the breadwinner steps out of the house, handles everything outside of the home. But the truth is, and that in a lot of communities of color, women are the breadwinners, but they're also in charge of all domestic tasks at home.
Right.
And so they have a second shift when they get home from work. That doesn't work. It's not sustainable. So giving couples the framework for this and giving them tools to set up more effective communication, and I also think more efficiency in the home, leads to happier marriages. We saw this happening during the pandemic. All of a sudden, you realize we can't do this without structured childcare. We can't survive, and we can't survive as a country. So what is the policy change that's going to come into play so that we do have paid parental leave, that we have early childhood care, and spending more money as a country? And there's states that do that, but we don't do it across the board.
Priorities.
Priorities.
This is a great conversation.
Exactly.
Lilliana, always great to have you.
So good to be here. Thank you guys, and thanks for opening up this dialogue. I do think, like, I was at dinner the other night, and a friend said something, and her husband says, wait, you're saying I'm a bad dad. And I said, no, what she's saying is that you don't see her invisible load. So it's happening, but now we at least have the tools to talk about it.
All right, Lilliana Vazquez, always great to see you. Thank you very much.